what did the Eagles prove in their comeback win?
Well, they proved a few things.
Okay.
The first being that they own the Los Angeles Rams.
Say it.
And everybody's All-American, Matt Stafford. They just do.
Thank you.
All right? They won 4 straight games against the Rams. The Rams haven't beaten them since 2020, I believe, when Carson Wentz was the quarterback.
Love it.
So they own them. And yesterday, Nick, it felt like they big brothered them. Not that they spotted them the lead, but it was like they were like, okay, this is ridiculous. You know, like at halftime, they just were like, all right, that's enough is enough. And just totally outplayed them in the second half. And obviously in the second half, they proved, look, open up the offense. I'm not saying you have to go Justin Herbert against the Chiefs or old Patrick Mahomes, whatever. But open up the offense and let Hurts throw the ball. I don't disagree with what A.J. Brown said. I have no problem with him saying it because he's absolutely right. And that will open things up for Saquon. Saquon still, he had a few nicer runs in the second half yesterday, but still has not been able to get it going because the defenses are stacking the box and not thinking you're going to throw. So if you Jalen's proven I can throw. Every time he does it recently, it's worked. So I'm not saying throw it 35 times a game, but open up the offense. You'll be a better team.
Desperation to let him throw is your point.
And if you start doing it now, if for some strange reason he's struggling and it doesn't work, or you lose a few games because he's throwing too much, you can dial it back. But they need to open it up a little bit more.
Here's Jalen's stats in just the second half after being down 26-7. 4 drives, 16 completions on 23 attempts, 200 yards in the second half, 3 touchdowns, no interception, passer rating of 137. What I like the most about it upon reviewing the game, because I was obviously deep with my favorite quarterback, Drake May, my second favorite quarterback now, Jalen Hurts, is knowing, you know what it reminded me of, Nick? When Saquon was like talking about the tush push, everybody knows what's coming and you can't stop it. The big knock on Jalen Hurts is, can he complete these passes when everybody knows it's coming? 5-play drive, 79 yards. 2nd and 13, AJ for 38. 3rd and 10, Devontae for 16. 3rd and 10, 8 minutes left. AJ goes for 25. 3rd and 10, under 5, AJ for another 23. So everybody knew it was coming. He has to throw the ball. Hasn't really thrown the ball all year. Still successful. And I didn't make any sarcastic comments there at all.
What do you mean?
I'm just trying
to. Like he's the best quarterback in the world.
No, I'm just trying to just give a solid analysis there. Just running off some numbers, not doing any funny voices, not doing anything crazy, not saying I told you so to anybody. Just trying to just.
You should.
Trying to be professional.
Here's the thing. Kevin Wildes believes in Jalen Hurts more than the Eagles' offensive coordinator does. Like
I don't know what his deal is.
He needs to open it up.
He had to get talked to by the leader of the team.
Correct, and that was a good job by Jalen.
Yeah.
Being like, hey, sorry, my mic pack fell off. Oh, that's why my hand's behind my back here. I'm not trying.
I thought you were doing like a Houdini bit.
No, can we show the numbers? Show the first half numbers. Go through both of these, Dust, if we could. So, I mean, 33 yards in the first half is impossible.
Yeah.
And then 255 in the second half is phenomenal. And then Jalen passing the ball, first 10 quarters of the year. 7 passes that went more than 10 yards through the air. Second half against the Rams, 9. And so this was, to me, kind of a best-case scenario for your take, Kevin Wildes, which is why I'm going to pay the Eagles as big of a compliment as I possibly can.
Wow.
What did the Eagles prove in the comeback win? At this moment, the 2025 Eagles are the 2024 Chiefs. Where they are. What's wrong, Wildes? What's wrong?
I don't think they think that's a compliment.
The defending champ that is undefeated in real life finds a way to win, but they're undefeated in real life, but winless in hypothetical situations. They literally won a game with blocked kicks like the Chiefs did. They are the team that knows how to win and can beat you a million different ways, but none of the games feel clean. You know what I like? They have graduated to the championship pedigree thing, which is we can act like the 2024 Chiefs season was a total disaster. They won 17 games and went to the Super Bowl.
I just don't know. We put it on a platter like.
It's a compliment from me. Maybe it wouldn't be for you.
No, I know, but if you said that it's at City Hall in Philadelphia, I don't know if it'd be like, yeah.
Well, I feel like, Nick, and I'm sure there were some games that were, because I'm thinking of the Denver win that didn't feel that impressive with the block.
The block kick.
Yeah, but there were other,
yes.
It felt like a lot of their wins were just, they didn't play that well, but they were low scoring, but they won. This one felt, for Philly, I get what you're saying, but that second half was just, they bulldozed.
That I totally agree.
Like that feels
But
different.
it was where, and it even gets to, and we can, like they're getting a bit of the Zapruder film, did you miss this call stuff from the internet, like the Chiefs got last year, which
false start.
Give me a break.
Right, which we would be remiss, by the way, since it was such a story last week, if we didn't at least follow up briefly on the tush push stuff, right? So the tush.
No, well, I'll make a separate video about that because it's all just going to be a whole bunch of nonsense. That's a different conversation. Comparing this to the Chiefs team is such a joke because the Kansas City Chiefs were not playing well. Patrick Mahomes was not playing well. He could not stop turning the ball over. I mean, it was just turnover after turnover after turnover after turnover. Like, they were just not playing well. That's not the case here with the Philadelphia Eagles. And Nick right now trying to imply that the offensive coordinator doesn't trust Jalen Hurts. Guys, stop with that nonsense narrative already. Just stop with that narrative. They asked Jalen Hurts to throw the ball in the biggest moments of the game, and they've done that for years. It's not a trust thing. It's a philosophy. Just like we know Matt LaFleur and Shanahan love to run. They want to run. They want to run more than they want to throw. They are a run first team. Harbaugh, he's all about hard defense and running the ball, right? Like he wants to not have his quarterback throw all over the place necessarily, although he's getting a little bit away of that with Justin Herbert. And for the Philadelphia Eagles, Greg Olsen mapped it out perfectly, and it's what we've talked about, but he explained it way better. They're not, you talked about how there's like the new era of football right now where it's not about total passing yards. It's not about throwing the ball all over the field, right? It's taking care of the ball, okay? Playing great defense and having a few big plays here and there. That's all you need. But the problem with the Eagles is right now is that they can't they haven't been able to run the ball. Their offense has gotten way too predictable because they've taken, like as I said in my post-game clip, that they're taking this philosophical cart before the horse. They're like, hey, we just got to take care of the ball. We're going to play good defense and we're going to run it. And then, and the big plays will just be there. And they're not, because you can't really run the ball right now. So it's not opening up the passing game. The defense is playing well, but they can only, hold on to things for so long. And so it's just like, you got to be able to be flexible. I think the Eagles' philosophy is right and is correct. And we've seen the Bills now do it. We've seen the Chiefs do it. Like, it is the right philosophy and the right way to win a lot of these games because you're not putting yourself in harm's way, but you still need to be more balanced with it. You still need to be more flexible. You still need to be able to catch these teams off guard. And, they got to be able to now start to use the passing game to set up the run game and then use the run game to set up the passing game, and on we go. But make no mistake about it, anyone who's just not giving Jalen Hurts his flowers for this game is just absurd. And to even kind of like hint at like maybe the offensive coordinator doesn't really trust Jalen Hurts. If they didn't trust Jalen Hurts, then Howie Roseman would not be having Jalen Hurts as his quarterback. Like what are we inventing here? Like Howie Roseman isn't like the biggest deal maker in like NFL history right now. Like, so we can stop. There is insane belief with Jalen Hurts making huge throws on third down. The 3rd and 10 throw to the touchdown or the throw to A.J. Brown after the timeout. in the fourth quarter, the fourth down touchdown to Devontae Smith. Like, they are putting the ball in his hands again and again and again. He's picking it up with his arm. He's picking it up with his legs. The O-line was a mess. Lane Johnson going down. Saquon Barkley unable to get going. I mean, like, what are we saying here? And these were big-time throws. This wasn't just like, oh, you know, I just need to just throw it up to AJ and hope for the best. Or, oh, I'm just, you know, like Russell Wilson's moon balls. Or that he was throwing 5-yard slant passes to AJ Brown. And AJ Brown was just taking it for 15, 25 yards. That's not what happened. I showed you guys in my other clip, but I'll show it here. I mean, look at all these yards off of screen passes. Baker Mayfield, 672. Jordan Love, 49. Caleb, 46. Josh Allen, 42. Aaron Rodgers, 37. Patrick Mahomes, 26. You know, 5 for 5 completions for Patrick Mahomes off screen passes. Baker Mayfield, 6 for 6. Jordan Love, 5 for 6. You know, what does Jalen Hurts get? -1. 1 for 1. That's coaching. And so to see what he did without relying on, oh, you know what, I just got to get the ball in my playmaker's hands. I just do these quick little easy 5-yard passes, 2-yard passes, and just let Devontae and AJ get to work. Like, that's not how this game was won. That's not how this game was attacked. So Jalen Hurts deserves tremendous credit, especially because we know they keep repeating this absolute nonsense that Jalen Hurts can't win when they throw the ball. And yet there he goes, throwing the ball 32 times. And rushing for 40 yards, 9 carries. I mean, that game was just wild, though. And the Eagles do have to play better. And they do have to be more balanced. You can't, I talked about this in my post-game clip, like, you can't rely on 2 blocked field goal attempts. 2 blocked field goals to win a game. It's just, it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. And you know that they're capable of playing better, as they show here. You know, with the Kansas City Chiefs last year, like, you had the feeling of, like, are they capable of playing better? The Eagles are clearly capable of having a more high-powered offense, but they have to figure out a rhythm to this play calling and a rhythm to the game plan going into the game and a rhythm to the scripted plays. They got to have this balance here. They have to get Jalen Hurts some easy throws, some easy completions, take shots down the field, you know, low risk throws. Like, they don't have to go away from their philosophy too much, but they do. Like, it's just, again, I think Greg Olsen called an awesome game yesterday. Like, it's just the offense became so predictable. You just always knew they're going to run. And there was no innovation even just in the run game. It was just like, here's Saquon Barkley has the ball. Let's hope for the best. And it's just like, that's unsustainable. And then even when they tried to say, okay, we want to get easy throws for Jalen Hurts, we'll just do these like 5-yard passes to AJ Brown, except like we're not doing anything to make it open for him. We're just hoping that he just catches the ball in a tightly contested, immediate contact and just hit the ground. So then it's just like, okay, you know, best case scenario, it's 2nd and 5, I guess. You know, worst case scenario, it's 2nd and 10 incompletion. And it's like, okay, I mean, like, I guess so, but like, come on here now. I'm interested to see how they move forward with this, because I don't think the answer for the Philadelphia Eagles is see how they played in the second half. That's all they do now, right? Like, that's the style of play. Like, I don't necessarily think that's the answer either. You got to keep other teams completely on their toes and just have them not have any idea how is this Philadelphia Eagles team going to come out. And in any given moment, they can absolutely just change it up. But there's got to be a sense of unpredictability here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And again, just a more balanced, threatening offense, but they can still do so with their more conservative philosophy. They don't have to break their philosophy because it served them well, but also understand that you have to let the game dictate how you need to play in any given moment. And they did, they did it in the second half, obviously, not so much in the first half, but yeah, all in all, still a great game, great performance by everyone involved, and an important win for the Philadelphia Eagles. And And now on to Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I think, which should be like 120-degree weather, so that'll be interesting. I wonder if that game will be flexed to a more primetime game because it's the two undefeated teams in the NFC right now going toe-to-toe. But, you know, everyone kept talking about how amazing the Rams are, how amazing Stafford is, how amazing that defense is. And, you know, the Eagles took care of business. So what does that make the Eagles? I don't know. You tell me. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Philadelphia Eagles? What did the Eagles prove in comeback win? I like how it's what did the Eagles prove? Nothing to do with Jalen Hurts, I suppose. Funny how those takes just kind of get a little quiet. I'm sure they'll probably have a Jalen Hurts separate segment later on in the show. But let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.